Good day, sweet, magnificent mother truckers. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And first, look into the tier 11 tanks. We have our gaming video and we have some stats released. So today's video is going to be exciting one. So now, without further ado, let's check it out. I haven't seen the video. I want to do the reaction. Let's go.
Update 2.4 will bring the biggest boost to Tier 11 this year, with a full 6 new vehicles. We already spoke about the German Heavy and its branch in a separate video. In this one, we'll look at what the other 5 newcomers can do. You'll see they've got plenty to impress you with. The Czechoslovakian heavy ranks will be bolstered by the VZ63P. It's a direct continuation of the branch with all its strengths. Good dynamics, the familiar gun depression, and the trademark autoloader, which can deliver around 1000 HP of damage in a matter of seconds.
I really want to highlight one thing that I think Wargaming is doing wrong in this situation, and this is a proper criticism whenever I see that it is needed. So, I have prepared WoT 55 for 325,000 experience, right? And I tested both of the guns. When WoT came out first, the autoloader gun was bread and butter. Everyone was playing with it. Then Wargaming decided to nerf the autoloader gun, and then they buffed the single shooter gun. So I don't look into this as a direct continuation of WoT 55, because WoT with the autoloader gun, it's not that good. This is the problem, you know. There is no need for you to use the autoloader gun whenever single shooter gun is just significantly better. You know what I mean? So I think that what Wargaming should do, and what WoT 55 deserves, is to get the proper 2-shell gun, or to move as it was before. I don't really think it was broken back in the day, with all honesty, but that's only my 5 cents what I see wrong.
All Tier 11 vehicles, the VZ63P has its own special mechanic. The adjustable fuse setter takes into account the result of the first shot and improves the characteristics of the second shell in the magazine. The mechanic doesn't have a separate activation key. It operates automatically, and you'll feel the result in every second shot from the magazine as long as the first one connects. Hit without damage, the second shell will get greater penetration. Pierce their armor, the shell will fly with increased average damage. That means if you penetrate with each shot, you can raise damage per minute and make the vehicle even more effective. The mechanic works with all shell types.
That's actually cool. This is an interesting mechanic. Honestly, I don't see any problem whatsoever with all of this, right? Looking into the penetration values, looking into the alpha damage buff and everything, I don't see any issues whatsoever with this. I think this is a great addition, but once again, my point still stays the same, that WoT 55 is not really necessary an autoloader tank, because the single shooter gun is just simply better. But other than that, I do not have any complaints about this. I'm excited to be playing with this tank, and that honestly looks cool. That's all there is to say.
And fully emptying the magazine will give you average damage of over 1100 HP in a short space of time. That's an exchange your opponents won't forget in a hurry. The strong frontal armor, in turn, will help this heavy feel at home on the front line. While others wait for the perfect moment to utilize their mechanics, the VZ63P uses its own throughout the whole battle, turning every first shot from the magazine into a chance to strengthen the next. High alpha, great dynamics, and solid survivability. With that set of traits, this Czechoslovak is clearly ready to fight.
Okay, average damage 520, the penetration the penetration, or I supposed to say the alpha damage for adjusted shell a little bit more, but once again, you don't need to think, it's automatic, right? Which is pretty good stuff if you would ask me. Literally nothing to complain about. 25 seconds reload, probably you can push it to 22, I would say. Once again, not bad whatsoever. I just can't complain about this. This is great.
For the title of Best Breakthrough Tank. Extending the Chinese light tank branch will be the WZ-219. This light doesn't make you choose between fighting and scouting. Good damage per shot, and the best gun depression of the whole branch. Let it go head-to-head with medium tanks. While its infrared search and track mechanic detects hidden targets. When it is activated, a scan sector appears in front of the vehicle. If an unspotted opponent is revealed in the sector, you'll see a corresponding icon, while the enemy will be notified. The longer the device operates, the more the sector narrows, increasing your view range within the area and further reducing the concealment of moving targets and opponents behind foliage. However, if it detects a target, your vehicle will also become spotted for a short time in response. If you have enough information about your opponent's position and you don't want to reveal your own, all you need to do is deactivate the mechanic in time.
Okay, that's I think that is a very, very, very big one. Playing in platoon, this is going to be nuts. Now, once again, for me personally, I think that this is a bit crossing the line, and on the paper, it looks like this is broken thing. Once again, what I think and what that is, this is completely different thing. Because if you can drive on the full speed and use this, this is absolutely ridiculous. If you need to be stationary, well, this is a bit different story. I think this is playing with fire very much, and this is the most controversial one out of all, at least in my opinion. And I'm the most excited about this one. I look into myself as a light tank lover. I do enjoy light tanks. So for me, this is bread and butter. And obviously, stay tuned for more information whenever this tank will come out. We are going to grind it on the live streams. We are going to test it. We are going to do a lot of good stuff.
The WZ-219 is a versatile light tank that gives its team both intel and fire support. There will also be a new addition to the Italian fleet, the CAV-71 medium tank. This speedy vehicle has a gun with the familiar auto-reloading system, but enhanced by the new forced loading mechanism, which lets it reload the whole magazine significantly faster.
I want to say one thing. This tank looks ugly. Yes, it doesn't mean absolutely anything, but visually, this tank looks like a crane. You know, for me, this is ugly. I'm sorry, fellas, this is how I look at it.
When the mechanic is activated, the timer for loading the current shell is reset to a fixed value. The mechanism has just 3 charges. It recovers automatically, and much faster when the magazine is fully loaded. This lets the CAV-71 cause the kind of damage in half a minute that will pack off almost any vehicle to the garage. To do so, you simply need to fire the magazine's 4 shells, then use the charges to speed up the loading of another 3. Moreover, the mechanic's operation is not affected by shell order, or external factors and effects like a damaged ammo rack, or stunning by artillery. And if the reload time has already reached the value the mechanic shortens it to, the system won't allow a charge to be used. That way, you won't waste any. Add to that comfortable firing alongside good dynamics, and you get the top
We are going to check out into the stats after the video, so let's not dig too deep at this point in time.
Representative of the Italian medium tank family, ready to make a real impact on the battlefield. And representing Sweden is the BV-111. Like its predecessor, it doesn't rely on armor thickness, but on bouncy armor angles that its hydropneumatic suspension makes even more effective. The suspension also ensures superb gun depression, allowing the tank to fire from practically any hilly location. On top, this newcomer has 2 combat modes. By default, you get classic Swedish medium tank gameplay, with good mobility and stabilization, plus high alpha and damage per minute. But simply switch to external ammunition feed mode, and the automatic transfer mechanism will start feeding enhanced ammo from external rear boxes. This will reduce the reload speed and top speed, but increase average damage, allowing you to be more effective when the battle slows down a little. The mechanic works with any ammo apart from HE shells, so keep in mind which type of shell you have loaded. You don't need to stop to switch the mode, and it doesn't reset loading. Its current timer adapts to the selected mode, taking into account the minimum threshold. On uneven terrain, this Swede feels on top of the world. If it's positioned right, shells will slide off its turret and hull, barely even scratching the paintwork. And the alternative mode lets the vehicle play even better in situations where high damage per shot is worth more than a few seconds of
Speaking about this tank, I'm not so sure about it, with all honesty. I think in most of the situations, DPM is better than alpha damage, although to start your journey, whenever you are waiting until someone will pick the corner or something to have first higher damage shell, it can be beneficial. I see the difference of 4 seconds for literally 20% of the alpha damage. I don't think that it looks very appealing or very good. But once again, that is only me. Plus, on top of that, how long it takes to activate that mode, I think it is a bit steep. I don't think that it is going to be anything special, at least looking into the stats. But once again, this is the first reaction, first impressions. Whenever we have stats and whatnot, so, my opinion can change.
Reload time. Finishing off our 5 is the Shugo Tank Destroyer, the logical development of the Japanese branch. Like its predecessor, it has a powerful gun that boasts the highest AP shell penetration in the game, comfortable depression, and rockets. High explosive rockets. They're precise and cause big damage, but the velocity and penetration are low, so try to capitalize on opponents' mistakes. If you combine a rocket with a gunshot, you can deliver a devastating strike. The rockets are perfect both for dealing a lot of damage to paper-thin vehicles and for finishing off opponents. What's more, the Tank Destroyer feels great on the front line, thanks to its noticeably sloped, well-armored cabin. Owing to good survivability, excellent penetration, and solid alpha,
Okay, speaking about the Shugo, I think this is going to be a strong tank overall. I truly believe in that, but in the same time, this rocket is more like a fancy thing than useful in the game. This really reminds me Ratatata double guns, right? Whatever you are calling that vehicle. You click the button and you are able to shoot 600 alpha damage. But look at the rocket shell velocity, 320. That is very, very, very low, fellas. That is insanely low. The dispersion is excellent. 0.15, that looks very, very good. But other than that, I think it is going to be the situation, like honestly, Wargaming said in the video, you are finishing the low HP targets with it, or you are hunting for those light tanks overall. That's what I think. But overall, this should be powerful little bugger. I'm not entirely sure is this tank following the line from the Japanese triangles, though. Because Hori, even though you can play aggressively, the armor is not that crazy good or something. But once again, that is only my head. We need to play with this in order to see is it worth any attention, or is it just a rocket launcher gimmicky feature, right?
Shugo is effective in any situation. In addition, the vehicle backs up its versatility with a convincing combo of gunfire and rocket strikes. All the new vehicles, like other Tier 11s, have their own upgrades.
For own upgrades, don't worry, we are going to deal with this thing in the index page as soon as they will come to the game, and little by little we are going to add more. I think it will take approximately from few days to a week to finish all of them, because I will grind them myself. And once again, if you are into this type of stuff, if you will want to see all the news, you know where to find me. I will be streaming like a bloody animal, right? So you will be able to see how the grind is looking like, what do I think about the tanks, ratings, and the other goodness. Hopefully that will help. And you can watch it on the YouTube, our extra channel, or overall in the Twitch if that's what you like.
As you progress through them, the vehicle's mechanics become more effective, and fully upgrading them unlocks unique customization elements. The new vehicles will be among us soon, so start saving XP at Tier 10. If you haven't battled in over 60 days,
and remember, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important thing to say that you need to save the experience. And for Tiger 1, you need to save quite a bit of XP as well, 95,000 to be exact. Now, if you are coming back into the game or you want to create the account, right, you can get some extra goodies from all of this. Check out the first pinned comment, or alternatively check out the description. There is a affiliate link. If you are making a decision to come back to the game, you can support me directly while doing so, right? And I'm very curious about how matchmaking is going to look like, because at this point in time, World of Tanks is not ideal, okay? And I am just being honest with you. Right, so all in all, let's see the stats now. What we are interested in was... what do we have? We have 520 alpha damage, and obviously changing the penetration and alpha damage overall. Interesting thing, it can work. I think it can be relatively idiot-proof, and this is not a bad thing. This is not to insult the player that is playing. Idiot-proof means that you don't need to overthink this vehicle, so I don't see anything too bad about this. Now we have the Swedish medium tank. This is a weird one, to be fair with you. With this one, I am probably the most on the defense, just purely because how much of the DPM you are losing, and the bigger alpha damage may be not enough for this tank. But once again, we will see. This is too early to predict, but the most important key features, you have a choice between 460 alpha damage or destroyer DPM for 560 alpha damage. That's what you have. After that, we have a Progetto, very low alpha damage, 390, although Progetto tier 10 has 360. So there is that, and overall it is going to be an interesting thing to see how good the armor of this vehicle will look like. Can it brawl or not so much, right? Other than that, once again, not much things to say, at least for the time being until we played it. Only one thing, the tank is looking ugly, right? We have a light tank, which is very, very, very promising, at least for me personally, because this thing is insane, right? If it shows you where the light tank is, or whatever else tank, it is pretty solid and pretty crazy overall, so you can pinpoint the position. It is especially useful in those camping situations like Prokhorovka, Malinovka, whenever light tank is very, very powerful. Imagine the typical situation. Someone is sitting in Prokhorovka, typical bush, Echo 1. You can easily see where the guy is sitting at. So I think this is going to be very powerful, especially playing in Platoon. But once again, that's me. Other than that, you have 420 alpha damage, which actually looks pretty decent. Quite good penetration with a gold and whatnot. For a light tank, it is not bad by any shape or any form, and this is more gimmicky in my opinion. opinion. 750 alpha damage, plus 370 AP penetration. Yeah, that's going to be nuts, you know. I think this is going to be straight up spam full golden APs and penetrate everyone into the face. Exciting thing is coming to the world of tanks, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I have prepared the tanks already. Did you? And if you didn't, you still have approximately a week to work for that. And I believe, fellas, that September is going to be unforgettable. It is going to be great and it is going to be nice. And let me know in the comment section down below, which vehicle are you excited the most? Do you think that light tank will break some stuff, or you are excited about the bloody Japanese rocket launcher? Thank you. I very much appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skills out for today. Peace.